Hey guys, T-Boliv here, and today thought we would just take a real quick look at the Tier 10 Russian Premium Super Heavy Cruiser, the Stalingrad. I know my video here is a day late and a dollar short. Been one of those weeks, and when you combine that with the fact that I just couldn't get motivated to make this video, mostly because Wargaming put this in a crate again, and you know, I like doing videos and showing you guys stats and things and gameplay for boats that people might actually be interested in. And I know that this is unquestionably something people are going to be interested in, but it's largely unattainable. My good buddy Render G did a video, and I'm sorry, not a video, but he posted the numbers from him doing crate pulls to get the Stalingrad. And if I remember correctly, he averaged something like 55,000 gold over 5 attempts to get the boat out of a crate. And at least here in the US, that is $130 or so. I know 35,000 gold is $100. And he went 20,000 over that on average over 5 attempts. And that's just, it's crazy. So what I decided to do finally, since I have a couple of minutes, is I'm not going to go too deep into the stats because everybody can see them. The boat's out there. You can look at the crate information and you can see all the stats you want on the boat. So I figured I would show you the things that you can't see. And then I got some gameplay for you guys just to see what the boat's capable of, so you can determine for yourself if it is worth your hard-earned time and money to try to get one for yourself. So, I guess for starters, we can look at the camo. Where are we going? Here we go. Not a bad-looking camouflage, honestly. I didn't do that. Not really Russian, though. Kind of a different look to it. Although you look at that bridge, and it is very clearly a Russian cruiser. Elite bonuses, advanced gun director. You can get yourself an extra 4% range, which is not a terrible idea. And the accuracy on this is pretty good, even at range. So that's not a bad idea. But I decided to try internal bulkhead upgrade for the extra torpedo damage and fire and flooding resistance. I was pretty happy with it. It's definitely not a battleship, but it does okay in tanking some damage. Camo, pretty standard. Hit points, firing range, shell dispersion, torpedo damage reduction. So you definitely get some between that and then the elite bonus. There's some extra damage reduction available for you there, which kind of helpful. So with the historical camo, 51,000 hit points. You can see my fire and flooding resistance with the extras I've got going, 16%, 15.31 on the torpedo damage. Speed of 34 knots, 34.45 is a little bit quicker than the US cruisers, so that was kind of cool. 3x3 turrets, 305 millimeter guns. Yes, they are battleship caliber guns, but remember they are tier 4 battleship caliber guns, so you know, don't get too excited. The HE is okay, just on 992, so it does okay against the against destroyers. The AP 1367, the pen on this I do feel is a little bit better than like the Alaska. I know that was Alaska's big issue, is the AP doesn't pen very well and the HE is underwhelming. So this does do better than that. No torpedoes. You do get 6 secondaries, 6 times 2, 130 millimeter, and you actually get 2 up here in the front, and then you get 2 on each side. So you actually get a broadside of 4, not just 3. That was kind of nice. And those 2 front ones do super fire. AA is pretty good, not great, but not terrible. I did decide to run mine. I ran a few with dispersion. And then I decided I wanted to try something else, change it up. Even without running this equipment, dispersion is still pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. So this Did give you a little bit extra AA range, which is nice, and that extra secondary range. I did run acceleration for a few games and decided I didn't like being caught on fire as much as I was, so I did switch to deck protection. I do recommend that if you get yourself a Stalingrad, run deck protection in slot 2. Steering in slot 3 was definitely the right call, though. With it, the steering on this isn't too bad. So, as far as captain build, I did use Kuznetsov. Yeah, I mean, nothing really crazy here. Because it does have precise aim, I decided to take marksman over taking the extra cooldown time. And I did take 6 cents over the air defense expert. You could argue either way. I guess it depends on how many planes you plan on getting sent your way. New boat focus is real, trust me. But you do get precise aim 2, 3 of them, and air defense alert 2, or 1 times 2. So I think that's it. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. So today I've got 3 games to show you guys, and none of them are really all that spectacular. But I do feel like they showed kind of the boat's capabilities pretty well. Some of the accuracy, how it pens different ships. Remember, I am running APCS. So we do hope to see some better AP pens. But the accuracy I was pretty happy with. So this shimmy I was about ready to hit, and I was waiting for him to turn broadside again, and then he went undetected. So I settled for the gearing. Now watch that gearing. Watch. Okay. 12 kilometers. 13. Doesn't have a ton of health left, but still 13 kilometers, and we put 6 into him, so that made me happy. This one was a good one too, and this is going to show. I forgot to hit record before I started, but I'd already hit that Neptune. You saw he was missing a little bit of health. That's because I had already hit him once, and then it started recording. I hit him a second time, and then our destroyer torped him. So where the Stalingrad really excels, and in theory where all of the super heavy cruisers with the 305s and the 310s excel, is as cruiser killers. And that really, especially the light cruisers. The next game I'm going to show you guys, I slapped a Worcester pretty badly. But I mean, 2.5 salvos and that Neptune would have been dead. So our destroyer picked the kill up for us, but he couldn't have had very much left after that second salvo hit him, because there was a lot of full pens in there. Taking on the Iowa here. The Stalingrad's not really a great kiting boat, although the front turret angles aren't too bad. But if you've got a battleship that wants to push on you hard, the best thing you can do in this is kite. It doesn't have the armor of a battleship that you can stand and fight against another battleship very well. So you kind of want to pick and choose, but I know there was more than a couple of games where I found myself kiting away and just trying to pick at whoever was messing with me and hoping that my teammates would throw some assistance when they could. Citadel there on the Republique. That one felt good. A couple of full pens too. Switching to the HE because I know there's still 3 destroyers left in this game. In fact, they're just about all that's left of the red team. So firing where we hope the Haragumo still is, and we miss. He's turning away, so I'm going to keep turning too, just because I'm afraid there may be torpedoes coming. Turret traverse on this, though, is very battleship-like. It's stock at 5 degrees a second. You can buff that 20% with equipment slot 1, which on a lot of my cruisers is what I take. But when your turret traverse is that slow already, and there wasn't anything in the elite bonus that was going to help it as well, I think that you're better served. Personally, I think the better option is again either dispersion, because it doesn't ever hurt to add a little extra there, or as I ended up running this and kind of liking it better, taking the secondary in the AA range. So the AA range is always nice, and getting your secondaries out a little further is good too. Get them into the fight a little sooner. So, since that Haragumo was turned away, trying to push back over towards the bulk of the battle, so I didn't get pulled too far away where I wasn't gonna be able to support the team. Coming back over so I can help where needed. What about you guys? Low health Shimikazes? I like seeing that. Only thing better than a low health Shimikaze is a dead one. So 4 hits there, 4 pens. 3 of them were full pens. I think the 4th was a half, but still considering we weren't running precise aim and that kind of range. He stopped and reversed. Punk. So considering we weren't using precise aim, 4 out of 9 is, or 4 out of 6 rather, is pretty good. That was a nice salvo too. Got a fire on the Haragumo, put it out, but still got ourselves a fire. So I didn't run this battle all the way to the end because somebody else ended up killing the Haragumo, but that gearing just popped smoke, and you can see that was lost salvo that hit him. So I knew where he was in the smoke and put 4 more into him and got the kill. So teamwork makes a dream work. So this is the last battle we're going to show you guys today, and again, it wasn't a great one, but I do feel like it showed some of the capabilities of the boat pretty well. So start with a Citadel on the Worcester. Citadels make me happy. So unfortunately, he pulled a hard left after I fired, so only ended up getting a couple of hits, but the couple that hit were full pens. They rolled for 1,200 apiece. So and that was even with him angling and heading away from us. So I know one of the things I personally still struggle with is leading a target that's sailing away at an angle. Just that kind of weird deflection angle shot is tough, at least for me. So I know some people that are really good at them. Usually the people that are really good at them are the ones that are shooting at me, but it's definitely a tough shot, and I think, if I remember right, in this game, there's one coming up in a little bit on a destroyer that I made that I was pretty happy with, so I'm trying to remember to point that out to you guys. So at this point, pulling back a little bit because I don't want to push too far and overextend. Going to let that Montana tank a little bit for me. Hopefully, being closer, somebody will decide to shoot at him instead of me. But I don't know if I'm going to get that lucky or not. Worcester's coming back. He's shooting AP at me for some reason. I don't know if that's just what he had loaded or what, but got the AP loading for us. And he's not looking at us now. Nah, he is now, though, and he's still shooting AP. But when you're in a Worcester, don't turn broadside to somebody with big guns. It's not a good idea, especially if it's Russian, where it's got really good accuracy. So we're going to finish him off. Oh, not bad. 6 out of 9. Maybe more. Don't know, because he died, so it might have only taken that 6, but they pretty much all looked like full rolls, which is nice. And of course, somebody dropped that big island right in front of me, so now I beached on it, trying to get off of the island and keep myself moving. Just driving along, minding your own business. Somebody drops an island in front of you. Come on. Not bad. 3 full rolls. Okay, yeah, so this was that shot on the Ugomo. So, pretty good range there. Let him just a little bit. Didn't bother to zoom in and see how they landed, because honestly I thought they were going to miss, but got just enough on them that we were able to secure the kill. Venezia should have died right there, because that was a lot of full pens, but he ended up surviving on just a sliver. So, spoiler alert, we're going to get him on the next salvo. So, but that's going to be it for the Stalingrad, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys out there.